Long time no see. Sorry about that. As you can see, I had an issue with Internet Explorer, and it deleted all my characters. So, today, we are going to make a new character. I already know what I want to make, and we'll go ahead and get into all the different changes that have been made. I may play a little longer today because I really want to try to get caught back up. This is the first time I've played in a while now. As you see, I already have my name, Dresmorland. And if you are a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, then you already know what race I'm going to be. And then we are going to be a Shadow Knight. Let me talk about the different races you can be for the Shadow Knight, and why I like the Shadow Knight for this playthrough. First off, the Dark Elf, though they don't have as much strength, stamina as, say, the Troll or the Ogre, I don't think it's implemented yet. It's not. At a later date, in later expansions, gnomes become a Shadow Knight. If it was possible, I would actually go for the gnome because they have high agility. But the Dark Elf, and also a human can be a Shadow Knight. But the reason I went with the Dark Elf is because of their racial skill, which absorbs health from your target based on your damage, which later on that will be very helpful because even though you'll have life tap, you'll have a pet, you'll have dots. This is one of those things that is a lifesaver. Let's see. The other reason is because it has really high agility, which gives it more armor, and also it gives it the ability to evade, dodge, parry. It's also really good with this. Plus, you have high dex as well. I mean, that's not really high. That's only 5 more than human, but it's better than, yeah, it's better than the ogre, I guess you could say, since the troll seems to have pretty good decks. Anyway, besides that, also in EverQuest 2, I played a Dark Elf Shadow Knight. I actually was in a full roleplay guild, and I played him as a drow. I didn't play him as a Dark Elf. Anyway, the last thing and the most important reason I like him, like the Dark Elf, is because they have a lot of intelligence, which means that the more intelligence you have, the longer you can continue killing. Plus, they have a nice size wisdom, which also helps with your mana pool and regeneration. So that's the Dark Elf and the Shadow Knight. What it is a melee version um, of the warrior. I'm sorry, a melee version of the necromancer, or a warrior version of, yeah, or the caster version of the warrior. Either way you put it, they have some really nice things like harm touch, which is an instant ability that does a lot of damage. It takes 5 minutes to recast, but at least you have that extra, oh, I'm about to die kind of situation, and you can throw harm touch. They also get feign death, which is really nice. You definitely want to be able to get out of combat whenever you go AFK, and if you're like me, you don't like to actually exit your game. So, Dark Elf Shadow Knight, Dresmorland. Let's go ahead and get into the game. So, I know there has been a lot of changes since I've played, and we are about to find out really quick what those are. So first off, we're going to change this to both. Later on, around level 35, we're going to change it to low because we want to be able to kill reds. Um, just because I'm guessing with the Shadow Knight, if it was like the Warrior, you'll be able to kill reds with no problem. Um, Loot filter, we don't want whites, we want blues at least, and then we'll change that once we get at least a full set of armor and weapons. We'll keep the video high, which I think this was in the game when I played last, and you'll see why we want it on high. Audio settings, I want them on because I don't know about you, but I love the sound of leveling in EverQuest. Also, auto attack. This is a feature that was put in the game, especially for casters, because though a spell will not break root, melee actually breaks root really fast. So this is something that you would use as a caster. So let's go ahead and get started. And since we do have this ability, I'm going to go ahead and pull a few. We're not going to kill really fast right away just because we don't have the equipment, and we do need to be careful. But I need to read this again. Your attacks are imbued, so it's only your attack. It's okay, and all damage inflicts leeches. Okay, so it doesn't actually. Oh, we're about to die. It doesn't actually heal you when you're hit. Hey, we died for the first time. Oh well. So we do need to be careful. We need to only do one at a time for right now. So we do have melee on. I just want to make sure on. Okay. But he's done graphics for almost all the characters now. I don't know if you saw it, but in the beginning, before I logged in, you saw where it said that all but I think 2 or 3 classes have been done now. So that is awesome. And the graphics are really cool. You can actually see yourself casting. There's the casting look that you would have had in EverQuest if you were playing in first person. So that's kind of nice. Plus, there's some really cool effects. I haven't seen Harm Touch yet. We'll go ahead and pull another, even though we're really low, and see what Harm Touch does. Yeah. Okay. I like that. So we always go ahead and meditate. So yeah, he's put in a lot of work, since I played last. Including graphics for all the races and classes, and also just the just everything like the information that's on the side. Seeing your actual DPS is really neat, and it'll be great once we get higher levels, seeing those numbers go up. Before my wizard before my wizard disappeared, I was doing pretty close to 500 DPS, which is insane. But that's with 4 people rooted, and then frozen, and then having doing all your AOE's. Yeah, so I miss my wizard. Malefin actually offered to help me cheat back to the level, but I didn't want to. I wanted to start over again anyway. It's because once you get level 50, all you're doing is grinding for gear. Though that's not really a bad thing, because uh, depending on where you're actually fighting, depends on where the level of the gear that you're getting, and I was trying to get him as high of a level of set of gear as I could, and I believe his intelligence was getting close to 270 when I quit him. Well, no, I didn't quit him, but you know what I mean. So I mean, I know that if I want to play a wizard again, I will be able to get all those great abilities and all that great gear. But I think with this character, oh, sorry, let's go ahead. But with this character, be able to get those levels and then farm gear for all your other characters. Um, yeah, so the gear, I've been noticing that whenever I've looted gear, I have played on my Chrome account, um, but um, yeah, the gear that you get at level 1 is level 6 armor. If you opt out to only get blues, which that's fine for me, because I really don't need. I don't even like wearing blue, to be honest. I don't like wearing blue at all. So we're back up. Let's go ahead and continue the fight. And while we're fighting, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my Chrome real quick, just to show you all the spells that I've seen. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Um, just to give you an idea of where it's at right now with the spells. I do have a 29 cleric on Chrome. I love my cleric, but I like playing in Explorer because I think the little annotations on the side and the buttons and everything works a whole lot better. Plus the inventory doesn't mess up, where Chrome does have issues with the inventory. If you play offline, it will actually blank out all of your. Oh, that's the wrong thing. So um, continue fighting here. We don't. Oh, we leveled. I didn't hear the sound. I must have my sound down. Nope. I don't know. I didn't hear the sound. Anyway, now we have a new ability. And this is nice. It's an instant reuse. I don't know if the Shadow Knight gets it or not, but the Warrior, they had a really, really cool ability that once it got to a certain point, it would heal you. Right, let's go back here. Sorry about this. I just want to show you some spells. You can tell how old that icon is by the fact that it was cut in half and had all the information over here. Alright, so I have a Necromancer. I don't really like this Necromancer because I've died so many times. That's my fault. um, but let's go ahead and get him to make sure he's continuing to fight. But I plan to remake this cleric over on Explorer. So let's go ahead and it's kind of lagging. That may be because I'm playing in two browsers. Also have Steam open. And I don't know if I've told you all before, but I'm a writer. So I always have Word open and Notepad, just because I jot down ideas and whatnot. Okay, so this cleric is a halfling because he has this. I love that. But let me go ahead and just show you. Oh, and we get a champion. You know, I haven't actually fought a champion. Wow, that was pretty neat. Go ahead and root him. Sorry about the lag. I always try to keep myself at full. Now we'll go ahead and debuff him, even though this isn't a great debuff to put on him while he's rooted. Because of the fact that, and wow, I think he's been refining some of these graphics, because I don't remember this. Last time I played my cleric, I don't remember having that stay there or anything. It must have something to do with my graphics, or I don't know, but it's awesome. Originally this spell was glitching, and anytime you would put it on somebody, it would make it so that you could infinitely regenerate mana. So it's kind of nice, though it was a cheat. Alright, so anyway, I pretty much used every spell there, and I know that it's kind of laggy. It's because I have two, so I'll go ahead and camp him out and close this. Make sure he hasn't died. Go ahead and pull. Alright. Anyway, so yeah, the graphics have been getting a whole lot better. He must be going back and refining them. I'm sure he'll reply to this, so we'll find out that way. So yeah. Let's see other things. I think everything here has been the same. He put in this massive bank, lots of slots here, which is kind of funny because with as much killing as I was doing with my wizard at level 50, these bank slots were all completely filled, and all of his inventory was filled, and so I had to actually make banks, like characters that were mules, just so that I could afford to I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. Just so I could keep all my gear without having to destroy it, because even though you can get 2 or 3 of the same thing, none of them are the same. Intelligence could be higher on one, where stamina could be higher on the other, kind of situation. So I always like to keep all the different things that I had. Now, I was getting to a point where I would delete all except for the best version, and then pretty much require the character that I was playing to get high enough to be able to use it. We're getting there. We were at 3 before we got the cleave ability, and we'll level pretty fast. I'll try to keep going in as much as I can, and then we also have this back up. We also have harm touch if we get in any kind of sticky situation. And with the cleave, even though it's probably only going to be 1 hit point, it will allow us to, that ability will allow us to heal so much faster now. Some other information. I've been gaming a lot on other things. One of the best games I've ever played now has been LA Noire. So far I've played it with 100% accuracy, meaning that I've found every single clue, have yet to fail an interrogation, any part of an interrogation, and I've gone all the way through from beat cop to detective to homicide to vice, and then have now been demoted to arson because vice, because So anyway, so originally I was kind of worried that I wasn't going to be able to do arson on that game because of the fact that arson is only if you get demoted. Well, apparently they built in a demotion in the game where during one case you I'm trying to think of a good way to put it. Um, you sleep around on your wife. That's not really a good way to put it, but so uh, the they use that against you on a case that's a major case that you're about to put away a major drug dealer, and so right as you're about to get this guy, your sergeant and your boss's boss comes and they pretty much take you off the case and demote you. And I think it's all a setup so that the guy that you're about to the guy that you're about to put in prison would not be put in prison. He's like in the hands of the higher ups. So yeah, I'm glad I'm playing that. Glad I was able to get into the arson portion because I just wanted to be able to see the whole game. And if you haven't played the game or don't know the game, definitely look it up. It's a really the way they did it is really well done. It also includes the Black Dahlia case. Um, well, not the original Black Dahlia, but suspected copycats of the Black Dahlia, which make it a really good game, and the detail is really rich. But yeah, that game has been one of my favorites that I've ever played now. I actually hope that they make a second one or that they continue on with that kind of gameplay into another game, something that's set more in the future. Because LA Noire is set in the 40s. Yeah, so that game I've been playing. Um, what else have I been playing? I've been playing, let me open it back up. Yes. It's an army game. It's the one that they used to play, uh, is it called DayZ or something like that? Uh, let's see here. Let's see. Borderlands, that's the other game. But Arma 2. Yeah, that's what I've been playing. I've been playing Arma 2 and Borderlands. Um, I've owned Borderlands for a while, but I've just never gone all the way through it just because of I ended up selling my Xbox, which is what I had Borderlands on originally, and I don't think I got past Skagzilla. I mean, I killed Skagzilla, but I was actually power leveling a second character on the thing so that I could play. I have a friend join me, and I ended up selling my Xbox and all my games just because of the fact that I like computers better, and I could play all those games on my computer. But yeah, so I never really got past that part. I pretty much stuck with Skagzilla because he was a really good experience. Oh, that's cool. I like the abilities that like spray blood all over the ground. So this is the new ability, Death Strike. Death Strike hits for 6 to 10 physical damage, absorbs health based on damage. Oh, so that's nice. So you got 2 hit points there, so you can keep yourself alive. Yeah, so I think this will be a pretty cool character once you get all your abilities and get your pet and get life tap and all that. So yeah, Borderlands, I've been playing Malachi. He's level 17 now. Um, I don't think I'm up to Skagzilla yet. And that's actually, I think I was only level 10 whenever I did Skagzilla last time. But this time I'm actually stopping and doing every single quest. So, and then I'm going back and killing all the names every time I'm in the area so that I can get loots to sell. Um, but I'm enjoying that. What else? Arma. I've been playing that. I pretty much stick to the sniper mission. Also, I've just been playing the campaign, which is pretty good. It's not my favorite military-based game. I mean, I'm sure if I was playing multiplayer, it'd be different. But kind of wishing that once Battlefield 4 comes out, which I don't think I'm even going to try. It looks nice, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not that kind of a gamer. I was a Battlefield 1942 kind of gamer back in the day, but Bad Company, I hope they bring out another one, because that is the game I'd play. I love the Battlefield Bad Company because they actually make the multiplayer fun. Where I feel regular Battlefield is, I don't know, it's all over the place. Let's see. Games that I've been trying. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I am a huge, huge fan of Minecraft. Um, a lot because of the building, but mostly because of the ability to make electrical circuits. I'm not good at like doing the AND gates and the NOR gates or any of that, but I am good at using it differently. Like instead of making all those gates and everything, I can actually do other things that make the game fun for me. Also, I'm working on building a castle right now, which is absolutely huge. The problem is that if I record with the software that I'm using to play this, which this is kind of simple, which allows me to actually be able to play using this video software. It lags really bad with Minecraft, um, but one of these days I'm going to be able to get fraps, and I will do a recording of me working on my castle, because I'm doing um, a hard version of I'm not playing hardcore, but I'm playing on hard. And this castle I'm pretty much making to keep zombies and creepers out, though creepers um, always seem to find ways into my home, even with light everywhere. Let's see. I'm sorry. I was going to check to see if I got any loot yet, and I haven't. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so Minecraft, I definitely want to do gameplays of that. That is one of my favorite games. Also, Tekkit, Minecraft Tekkit is another thing I like to play, again, because of all the mechanical parts, though I'm not really good at it. I would have to pretty much have my laptop, which I'm playing on right now, next to my main computer, and we would have to go through and have wiki up all the time showing me how to make different things. So yeah, I probably won't do a gameplay of that, but Minecraft I know everything as far as how to make everything right well. Let's see. we about the level. Still haven't gotten any loot. Um, so plans for this game haven't changed yet. He's been working diligently to get all the video up to date. He's also, as he's been going, he's been making changes to classes depending on decreasing or increasing times of abilities. Also, just tweaking like damage output. And I don't know what he plans after doing the video, but I hope it is selling, like merchant system, putting towns in the game. Just because, like I said, I had so much inventory that it was just insane. Plus, he said he was going to do something different with the towns. That I think I'd be interested in seeing what he was planning to do, because everything he's done so far and all the decisions he's made, I've liked. And he listens to the gamers on the forum. Oh, I think that hits both of them. Did it? Yeah, it hit both of them. Okay, that's cool. Is it adjacent? Yeah, cool. Maybe I should read everything about these abilities when I'm playing the game. But yeah, I'd like to see towns. He's also talking about doing server-side saves for your characters, which would be nice. So my Internet Explorer doesn't delete my character again. Okay, level 4. Harm touch. Okay. No abilities. I still haven't seen any loot come up. Did I turn off loot? I didn't turn off loot. You can't turn off loot. What am I talking about? Alright. Loot. Automatically discard certain types. Disable up through white, blue. He hasn't updated this text. Or yellow or none. So I'll go to none for right now, just so that I can get something to drop. So yeah, cities, also server-side saves. What else was he talking about? This is probably way in the future, but he's also talking about making multiplayer, which would be fantastic. I think that would be great, because once he implements epic bosses like Nagafin and Finny and Vox and Kazakh Thrul, if he puts the planes in the game, Kazakh Thrul, Inuruk, all the names in Plane of Sky, Avatar Fear. Once he puts all those in the game, then we will definitely need to do multiplayer to be able to kill those guys. Or you have a character that's just massive, like a warrior, that can kill the mob, but it'll take a while. I think, to be honest, I think the most overpowered character right now to me is the cleric, because of the fact that you have the ability to regenerate your mana. Wait a minute. Actually, I think there's two that are up on there, and they're both healers. One is the cleric, because they can root, they can regenerate mana, they can debuff, they can stun. They have the best stun in the game. Also, they're great with undead. But they have a lot of sustainability. Their healing doesn't really take a lot of mana, and it really is. The only reason I've ever died on a cleric is because I was just being stupid. I pulled 4, and they all happen to be champions, kind of stupid. But cleric can kill one after the other until his mana's gone, and with the ability to regenerate mana every, I think it's 20 maybe it's longer, maybe it's 30 to 90 seconds. It makes it a really hard character to die on, especially with those heals. But did I? Still, no, I'm still not getting it. But yeah, I have not died whenever I'm being manageable with my cleric. Um, Others that I think, and because of the fact that I think Enchanter is also a really strong candidate because of the fact that they will not lose mana. With Clarity at the highest level, I'm guessing that their mana will take forever to go down. Also with the ability to Charm, Mesmerize, Stun, um, and Dot, and all of that, I think it's going to be really hard for them to die to one of those epic bosses. Also, Shaman, because of the fact that they can cannibalize, and I got a staff. I can use two-hand blunt, and it's better than what I have right now. Hey, more experience, that's always good. But Shaman, they are beasts. I mean, they have dots, they have slow, they have haste, which they I think we need to be able to buff our pets. That's just me though, because just for examples, Shaman could put almost all their buffs on their pets. Mages could put their damage shield buff on their pet. So for the well, except for the fire pet, the fire pet, his damage shield would override the damage shield that you put on him, or it was vice versa. And I think your damage shield was not as strong as his damage shield. Necromancers, they had several buffs for their pets. But Shaman was number one. But, if we get to a point where we're doing multiplayer, we're going to have to be able to buff our group. Because what is the purpose of having a cleric in a group if you can't buff your warrior kind of situation, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I think once we get to a point where we're playing multiplayer, I think there's going to probably have to be a lot of changes to the classes before he can actually implement multiplayer, so that there's cohabitation between all of the people. Also, like I think I said before, this will probably have to be different. These will probably have to extend all the way over to here, and these become pop-ups. Also, with the having to also with the need to I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. The need to adjust the characters. You would have to be able to wow, my mind is going blank. You not only have to be able to buff all of your people in the group, have to be able to assist your warrior, have to be able to also work independently. So if the warrior is working on this one over here, your enchanter can be charming all of these, and then you can have your or you could have your wizard throw up AoE root, then have your enchanter do an AoE mez, and then your warriors on here, and then you have to make sure that no one dots any of these, because if you have an AoE dot, then that's going to mess up your So you see, I think that's going to be required. I mean, it's not required. He can do anything he wants. It's his game. I'm just saying that it would be nice if uh, when a boss spawns, they spawn in the middle, and then they have two on each side that you have to fight, making for multiplayer more fun. So you have your named here, but you have an off tank, you have your warrior, you have an off tank, you have your healer, and then you have your either enchanter or wizard. And while your tank is here, you have your off tank taking these because your main boss can't die unless these guys are dead. And then once you go and kill these guys, your the named gets to a certain percentage and then respawns these guys, and then you have to do the whole thing again. Mez, root, off tank, off tank, off tank, off tank. This guy goes back down to say 35%, race spawns, off tank, off tank, off tank, off tank. You know what I mean? Something to where it's really rich gameplay. And I think if you can have up to 6 people in your group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can have up to 6 people in your group, that's a healer. That's, wait a minute, let me say that again. That's a cleric, a shaman, enchanter, or cleric, bard, rogue, warrior, off tank, and secondary DPS, like a wizard. And I call a wizard secondary DPS because a rogue is the highest DPS, supposedly, in the game. So, I mean, if you do all of those, I mean, so much that could be done with that. And I'm not even playing the game. I need to continue over. Let's see how long we've been playing. 42 minutes. Wow. I'm doing an hour long this time because I wanted to get somewhere with the character. I'm only level 4 for an hour. That's not good. So I'm gonna probably do this video. I'm gonna take a break. I have some other things I want to do, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do another hour. These are gonna be posted on Monday and Wednesday. It's Monday I have an event I'm going to, and Wednesday I have a writing group I go to. So yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I want the multiplayer in the game, but I don't want the multiplayer in the game until it's ready. I also want towns in the game. I'd love it if he would put well, that's an invisible. Oh, he's down here. I'd also love it if he put the planes in the game, and then once multiplayer's in the game, then that will bring up so many bugs for him. So I know why that's probably going to be on the back burner for a while. Plus bringing out other expansions like Kunark, adding Ixar, adding Shaman, or not Shaman, but Shadow Knight and Paladin to the gnomes, to the halflings. So yeah, you know, I'm rambling. But yeah, so there's so many things that could be done in this game that I'm just so happy for. So happy. And I will be happy whenever he decides to get to those points, but until then, just keep leveling our characters, keep trying to get gear, and hopefully once he implements the server side, maybe he'll implement using our like linking our I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. Linking our forum names to our account, like to our characters, and then that way I can bring these characters over to Chrome, or from Chrome to Explorer, and then people that, once multiplayer is implemented, maybe people on Explorer can play with people on Google, or vice versa. We can move over to Google to play with our friends. You know, I'm just saying things that can be done. Things. Alright. Let's see. We definitely want to get at least another level, maybe 2. If I stop talking, start chaining. I expect the next level is probably going to give us a dagger. Nope, no piercing. It's called dagger. What was I saying? Yeah, next level we should probably, maybe it's level 6 or level 4 now. Maybe it's level 5 or level 6 so that we get our next ability. I don't think it's level 9. I think that's what he said, is level 9 is when we actually start getting spells. Our first spell is our pet. Yeah, our pet. Then we get a dot. And then we get our heal, I believe. Yeah. But, yeah, so there's so much that he's going to be doing on the game. I'm patient. I'm a very patient person. So I'm not really worried about when it gets done. It's one of those anticipation kind of deals. I'm really interested in what he plans to do with cities, because he said that he is not going to, he's not going to do potions or anything like that. Though, I hate to be one of those people that says, "Hey, you're really busy. You have a real life," kind of person. And you're working really hard on this game. But how about implementing crafting? No, I'm not kidding, but I am kidding. I think if potions were to be put in the game, I think they would have to be practical, like shaman potions. Only shamans can make those potions, so when in multiplayer you can actually trade or sell potions for other items. Potions are one-shot type of deals. Also, the ability for rogues to make poisons would be kind of nice. What else? Also, blacksmithing, armor making would be really cool. Also, sorry, what is it called? Oh man, my mind keeps going blank. Tailoring, being able to make cloth and leather items. I think that'd be cool. It would be nice if you could actually make and enchant. That's another thing. Make jewelry and have enchanters be able to enchant those items. But I think it would be neat if we can make equipment that's better than some of the stuff that we find. And based on the quality of our crafting skill is the quality of the stats that are on it. Kind of deal. But then if we did that, then what's the point of trying to fight the hard bosses to get rare and unique and epic loots? So, anyway. But I think poison and potion making would be pretty cool. But like I said, I don't want to be one of those people that says, "Hey, you got all this stuff that you have on your mind and that you have planned to do and you want to do, and then add another thing on top of it." Kind of. So we should be leveling soon, I thought. I'm going to pull 3 here since we can hit adjacent. I'm already attacking the bear. And we'll go ahead and turn that on and that on. Yeah, we're doing pretty good here. So yeah, I would love to be able to do all the things that he has planned, and I will do those once those come out. So hopefully soon I'll be moving into an apartment and have myself some high-speed internets, and then be able to get fraps and start doing other games as well for you. Once we get this level, I'll go ahead and end it, and shalblow. And we did not get a new ability. But I am going to end it here. We've been talking way too long. It's already 50 minutes. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now. Bye. It's been fun.